at Rustic Barn Cards. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States, and today I'm coming to stamp with you from Florida. Welcome. Today is Tuesday, April the 8th of 2022, and you're watching this live if you see live up in the corner. Otherwise, you're watching the replay. And either way, I'm glad you found me, and I appreciate you being here, and thank you for taking the time to watch my video. As you hop on, please say hello and let me know where you're watching from. I appreciate that. And today we're going to be using a new stamp set from the new annual catalog that isn't even released yet. It will be released May 3rd of 2022. And we're going to be making a fun fold. And if you are new to my channel, welcome, and welcome to all of you. Please consider, if you're watching, I'm streaming this I'm on YouTube and Facebook. So if you're on Facebook, please follow me. And if you're on YouTube and like this video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel, because that helps me to be able to get this video out to more stampers and crafters, and helps to grow my channel. And I really do appreciate all your help. Hi, Judy from Iowa. Well, that is where I thought I would be stamping from today, in Iowa. But here I am still in Florida, but I will be back in Iowa very soon. So as I mentioned, I'm going to be making a fun fold, and I'm going to use a brand new stamp set that isn't even released yet. So you might be thinking, well, why am I going to use this stamp set that you as a customer cannot even buy yet? Well, there's a couple different reasons. One, to let you see a new product from the annual catalog, and to let you know that you could also have some new product out of the new annual catalog. If you join my team of stampers, then you could add in your starter kit, you can add new product from the almost released annual catalog. Also, you can add product to your starter kit from the retiring annual catalog and the January to June catalog too. Hi, Jenny. Good to see you here. So that's one reason, to let you know that if you would like to save 20% on your crafting supplies, you can join my team. Hi, Vay. Hi, lady. And another reason is that this stamp set I'm going to use today, I received from Stampin' Up! As a gift, because as a demonstrator, I'm going to be joining other demonstrators on a convention called On Tour. And this is the stamp set that I received. And thank goodness, because another reason I'm using this stamp set, it's actually the only stamp set that I have here in Florida, because I thought I was going to be back in Iowa. So I mailed all my stamp sets back to Iowa. But I'm glad to be here, and I'm excited about showing you this new stamp set and the fun fold that we're going to make today. And I hope you like it. I also have another card to share with you when we finish with this fun fold. So I'm going to turn the camera down, which I guess I already did, right? And really quick, first of all, I have a new host code for April. So this is a host code. When you place an order with me, go ahead and use this. It helps me to give you a gift. And also, I always send a card and an envelope. And then my April Stamps Club. It's a monthly stamps club. You only you just sign up the month that you want. It's $30 a month. For April, we're going to be using the Daffodil Daydream stamp set. So for the $30, you receive the stamp set, a video tutorial, and a card kit in the mail for 6 cards. And that $30 includes the shipping too. You can find more information and register at rusticbarncards.com. We'll make Mother's Day card. We will not be making Easter cards because Easter will be over by the time you receive your card kit and your stamp set. But where we were making some other cards, and you'll have everything that you need. If you already own the Daffodil Daydream, you can just choose another stamp set of equal or less value. And also, if you don't quite know what my Stamps Club is about, last week I did a video on Facebook and YouTube, and I did my monthly Stamps Club publicly. So there is a video out there that kind of tells you all about it. Okay, well, here is the stamp set that we're going to use today, Bottled Happiness. And it has several bottles, images. The sentiments is let's get into the spirit, send in a little message, sending cheer, wine, not, isn't that cute? Overflowing with happiness. And it has like a sprig. And then there are two images of flowers and leaves. So I really like this stamp set because it has a lot of different images and the sentiments in it. Now, also right now, before we start stamping, I wanted to remind you that this is the annual catalog that's retiring and the last chance is still going on. So last chance to get some retiring product, and that will be through May 2nd. And then May 3rd, we have this beautiful new annual catalog that will be available for a year. So May 2nd, 2022 through the end of April of 2023. I cannot open it yet until it goes live on May 3rd, but I am able to show you the product. The stamp set Bottled Happiness is in this brand new stamp set, as well as a stamp set that shows a different stamp set that is on the cover here. But awesome, awesome, awesome. That's all I can say about this new catalog. And maybe some of you already have your catalog if you're a demonstrator. Okay, today we're going to be using 3 inks, Oud Olive, Crumb Cake, and our Memento Black. And luckily I have a few duplicate ink pads, which is why I have ink pads with me today. And I'm going to show you how to do the card base. It's really easy. I don't know the name of this fun fold, but I'm going to take Basic White Thick because I like to use the thick for my card bases. And this is 8.5 by 11. And I'm going to place it in our trimmer at 5.5, which is the halfway mark. I'm going to go ahead and cut that. And then you have you can make 2 card bases. For this card, you could actually use half for your card base, and then we do need some other basic white pieces, so you could cut that out of the other half too. Okay, so we had it like this, and then we're going to turn our card base, and we're going to do 2 scores. So we're going to place this at 2 3/4. And then we're going to bring in our scoring blade. And I'm going to score at 2 3/4. Then I'm going to just turn it around and put it back in the trimmer. And I'm going to score at 1.5. And that is all the scoring that you need to do. And then you just go ahead and fold and use your bone folder to crease your card base, lay that aside, and then we're going to bring in the other pieces that we need. So you're going to need a piece of crumb cake, and it would be 1.5 by 5.5. Oud Olive, this is 2 3/4 by 4.25. Oud Olive, 1/2 inch by 5.5. And I did cut this just a little bit longer than 5.5. Whoop. Sorry about that. I moved my camera, didn't I? So I cut this a little bit longer than 5.5. That way I make sure that I have plenty and I can always just trim that a little bit. And then I have basic white, and this is 2.5 by 4. And then I need a scrap of basic white for my sentiment. I hope that camera, I must have knocked that camera over or moved it when I was doing my trimming. So I hope that you saw how easy that was to make the card base. We are going to do some stamping on our crumb cake. And these are photopolymer stamp sets. So I'm going to bring in our stamping Pierce mat, because that just gives a little bit extra, cushion. So I use this stamp with real red ink, and that's why it's like, if you can tell, I don't know if you can tell on the camera that it's a little bit, you can see kind of some of the, it looks kind of pinkish, but it doesn't hurt the stamp. Okay, we are going to bring in Old Olive. So I do have another card to show you, and yes, it has real red on it. So I'm bringing this image, one of the images with the flowers and the leaves, and we are going to stamp that on this crumb cake. And you can just go ahead and stamp it just kind of randomly. And I don't know why there we go. I feel like my camera mount is moving for some reason. Okay, so we're going to lay that aside, and then we're going to bring in our basic white, and this is 2.5 by 4. And I still need my Old Olive, because I'm going to do this is the jar we're going to use, and I'm going to go ahead and ink that up with Old Olive. And then I'm going to stamp that at the bottom of our basic white. And then I'm going to bring in this little leaf right here, this little image, and I'm going to ink it up. And then I'm going to put it like in the bottle. So I'm going to line it up so that stem is in here. Like that. And then I'm going to bring crumb cake in. I cleaned my stamp. I need to, because I'm going to use the same image. And then I'm going to kind of add that again, and I'm going to do it one more time. So we have these leaves or little sprigs coming out of our bottle. And while I have our stamping pad out, let's bring in our scrap of basic white and our basic black, and we're going to add sending a little message. So I'm going to ink that up and stamp that. And that is all the stamping that we need to do. So now we're going to put our card together. So I'm going to bring our card base back in here, and we are going to add our crumb cake right over here on the left. Now, as I told you, well, on this one, it's 5.5, but I made it just a little bit longer because sometimes I find sometimes it's just a little bit short. So I would prefer to have a little bit extra that I can just cut off. So I'm going to go ahead and add some glue. But I'm not going to put it clear down at the bottom of that on one end because I know I'm going to be cutting that off. And then I'm going to place it right here and get it lined up and make sure it's at the top. We don't want any white showing. And then I'll bring in our snips. And then I'll just trim that off. That way I know I have it covered. And now I'm going to bring in this strip of old olive, which is 1/2 by 5.5. And again, I made it just a little bit longer. And I'm going to place that as kind of a trim right here on the crumb cake. So I'm going to place that right here and get it lined up. And press it down. And again, using my snips. Okay, I'm going to leave that aside. And I'm going to bring in our old olive, which is 2 3/4 by 4 1/4. And then we have our image that we stamped. So we're going to add some adhesive to this basic white piece. And we're going to place that right on the old olive cardstock layer and try to get it lined up straight. And then I think I could tear this. I could tear, around my sentiments, which I do sometimes. But today I think I'm going to just use my snips. And I'm just going to kind of cut around the sentiment. I could also use my trimmer if I wanted to. And then we will pop that up in just a few minutes. So my card's going to close like this. And I'm going to be adding this piece right here. Of course, I can't put glue all over the back. If I do, I won't be able to open my card. So I'm going to just add glue on 3/4 on the left-hand side. And of course, I want to try to keep the same amount of space above as I do below, so it'll be kind of centered. So I'm going to kind of hold that right there. Like I have one of those backings from a dimensional. We haven't even used dimensionals today. But those backings on the dimensionals, they can just be everywhere. I'm sure some of you have the same problem. All right, and now I'm going to place this. Hi, Diane. From Kentucky. How's the weather in Kentucky? I have a niece who lives in Kentucky. Let me get this straight for you. And now we're going to add some dimensionals to our sending a little message. So we're going to pop up our sentiment. Well, thank you, Judy. I'm glad that you like the colors. I like Crumb Cake, and I like Old Olive too. Okay, so I could place this right down here. I could place it over here. What do you guys think? Should I put the sentiment on the right-hand side? Or should I put the sentiment on the left-hand side? Decisions, right? So here's the left, and here's the right. And while you're letting me know, I'm going to bring in the one embellishment that I found that I still have in Florida. Because like I said, and I will be going back to Iowa soon, I thought I sent all my craft supplies back because I thought I was going to be leaving, but I have to stay a little bit longer. But this is, so I have one embellishment from the Waves of Inspiration. And I feel like it should go like maybe right up here. So let me look and see what you guys have decided where I should put the sentiment. Okay, Vay and Judy, I'm going to go with what you say. You say the right-hand side, and I kind of have to agree with you because it looks like this bottle, I kind of stamped it a little bit more to the left, so there's a little bit more room over here. So I agree with you, and I think that embellishment up there kind of, you know, evens it out. But don't forget, I have another card to show you. So here is our fun fold. If any of you know what this type of fun fold is called, let me know because I really don't know what it's called. So this is the fun fold. It's quick and easy. And then I also made one using real red and black. I added Sending Cheer, and then I also, because there is a punch, I don't know whether I mentioned or not, but with this stamp set, Bottled Happiness, does come a punch. I have ordered the punch, and it's going to Iowa, so I'll have it when I get home, but I went ahead and just used my scissors and cut the bottle out and then added dimensionals and popped it up. So I would love to know which card that you like the best. Maybe get them so you can see them a little bit better. So let me know which card that you like the best. And thanks, Bay. I'm glad that you liked the card today. And so do you like that Crumb Cake and Old Olive, or do you like the black and the red the best? And what I wanted to, why I often share extra cards with you is to let you know how you can get a different look for a card by just changing the colors, right? So Judy, you like the green one the best? And I do, like I said, I do like Old Olive, but and you like, Jenny, you like the olive because of decorated paper. And you probably can't see, but I did decorate on the red, real red, but I think it doesn't show as well. I used real red on real red, and I used Old Olive on. I used Old Olive on the crumb cakes. That made it more of a contrast. And the day you like the green one also. Okay. Well, I really appreciate all of you being here and watching. Consider subscribing if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, or follow me on Facebook. I'm Terry Hartley at Rustic Barn Cards. Have a great week, and I will see you soon. So bye for now.